Discovery video 128. We're at Turf Paradise, which is always a good Monday, Tuesday track. I got a Claiming 3000. Non-winners condition. That's a conditional claimer. Home page here. I'm going to log into the free area. And Discovery video button, link, or banner takes you to this same page. This is the Discovery video series page, 120 some odd videos. Under the big red arrow is my listing for value odds and overlay preferred races. These conditions and situations, I have found through my 15 years of research and study that these are the situations that I have a much better than average chance on getting a nice price, value odds, or overlay winner. I have them rated from 1 to 5 stars, 5 stars being the highest. The race we're looking at here is claiming races with a condition, aka conditional claimers. It'll say CLM the claiming price, and it'll have some sort of letter or series of letters and numbers to the right of the claiming price. That makes it a conditional claimer. Okay? 5 stars, that's the top rated, best of the best races. So, I know I like the race because it fits into my groove. So the next thing I do, obviously, look for the value odds horse. And don't have to go far because she's right on top, number 9. Down by the meadow. And she's got a lot of things going. However, before I'm interested, I need to know the most important thing. I need to know, what are they offering her up near post time? Because otherwise, if she's bet down to 5-1, I'm not interested. So I need to know the odds near post time. It's the most important thing. It determines whether I take action or not. Here is how Group A looked near post time. Down by the meadow was 16-1. The 5 was 8-1. The 3 was the heavily bet favorite at 3-5. These type of horses frequently don't win in these 5-star races, 5-star preferred races. You'll have a heavily bet horse like that. That not only do they not win, but they frequently run out of the money, finish out of the money. And the last horse in Group A was 3-1. So obviously, our value odds horse is the standout there. So we're okay to go green light on down by the meadow as far as odds are concerned. The next thing I like to know is I like to get a good story on the horse, what's going on with the horse. I can see that by looking at the icons. I have the best early and middle pace. That's what the yellow and blue pace icon stands for. I also have the best middle and late pace, which is total pace. And I've said it in hundreds of videos that I love any top pick in any race that has the best total pace. That's just a little side angle that I've always loved. Top pick total pace is what I call it. But when you see a horse like this, has the best early and mid pace, plus the best total pace, plus the best turn time rating. That is the speed around the turn. Some horses can accelerate around the turns. Some don't do so good a job doing that. The horse with the highest turn time rating means he or she is the fastest around that turn, final turn. It's very important in winning a race. A horse has to have momentum going into the stretch. So by having all 3 pace advantages, that's a pretty clear pace domination there. She could either take to the lead and go gate to wire, or she could press the pace. The beauty of having the best total pace with the best early mid pace is this horse does have so much pace domination. If the jockey or trainer are aware of that, then they would know exactly the tactics that they need to use, depending on the horse. Some horses are need to lead horses and have to go to the front. Some don't. This horse can win this race either on the lead or off the pace, based on its pace numbers. It's superior pace numbers. Also, we have the green and white jockey icon that stands for overlay jockey. Vinny Bedar is winning frequently at high odds. That's what the overlay jockey icon stands for. So it would make perfect sense for that type of jockey to be on a 16-to-1 horse and win the race. Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, we got angle 16, which is actually, yeah, let me go open that 36 proven winning overlay angles. The pace that I just talked to you about, it comes into play in the value odds angle. There are 5 certain other icons listed on a value odds horse have proven to be very potent, and our horse has pace in total 2 of those. Also, we have angle 16, which is the only horse in the race that has the weight off icon. Meaning, well, I'll read it to you. Any horse getting 5 pounds or more weight off from its last start gets the weight off icon. Look for races more potent in lower class levels, like we are here, and preferred races in which there is only one horse in the race who has this icon. We have found it to be accurate. The weight is less of a factor in the higher of the class, but becomes more potent in an angle in lower class races. Example, main claiming, and also conditional claimers, cheap claimers, etc., etc. It is not uncommon for a horse has shown little or not much positively lately to all of a sudden spring to life at overlay odds of, well, high. Okay. That's a little bonus there. The fact that she's got the weight off at 5.5 furlongs, you wouldn't think it really matters that she's the only horse getting 5 pounds off. But let me tell you, I found that it did matter, especially in these type of races. You're looking at a $3,000 claimer. That's a conditional claimer, non-winner's condition. You don't get much lower than that in the sport of thoroughbred racing. So to say that this race is a lower class level is an understatement. And in these low class levels, I have found it to be true through all those years of research that weight is a factor at this level. So that's just a little bonus. Sharp recent workout, another bonus. You know, nothing compared to the pace, total pace, and turn time advantages here. An overlay jockey. Those are just bonuses. Now, why? This is the next question I ask. Why did the betting public not bet this horse? Well, actually, they did bet her a little bit. She was 20-to-1 morning line. Our true odds of 3-to-1. She was going off at 15, 16-to-1, so technically speaking, she was bet a few points below morning line. But going off at 16-to-1 is a nice offering. I think basically that, you know, the betting public just looks at what did the horse do last time out. She finished 6th in a 10-horse field, which, you know, isn't horrible. Previous to that, she finished 9th in an 11-horse field. Okay. Let's see. Last race 27 days ago. Okay. Previous to that, she finished dead last in a turf race. Now, I see a pattern here. Follow with me. Turf race, last. Back to the dirt. Finished 9th. Dirt once again. Finished 6th out of 10. Now placed in a conditional claimer, where she has the highest power rating, making her the top pick. The power rating itself, which gives our order of selection on the reports, that power rating involves obviously dozens upon dozens upon dozens of factors, but it's your basic handicapping that would decide that using these reports. But you know, you got to see that subtle improvement there. And the bettors, I guarantee you, 99.9% of the bettors didn't even see that at all. Okay, but it's subtle, but it's there. It reminds me from an episode of The Best Show on TV where they were talking about the Nobody-Dons and the Sicilians, that there was a rivalry there. Subtle, but it was there. You know, unless you were looking at this report also, you wouldn't know about the pace, total pace, and turn time advantage. Huge advantage up front. So, okay, so there you have the story. And I don't have it on the right page. How about that? That irritates the living daylights out of me. Okay, here we go. She went off the pace, but she wasn't far off. She was about mid-pack. They were tightly bunched up front, so the difference between first and fifth was a length or two, right around the three furlong pole. And then here is where your total pace kicks in and your turn time. Turn time rating, she was accelerating around the turn much faster than the rest of these, and of course then she had the momentum and the total pace to she just ran away with it by 7 going away. 34.60 on the Win Mutual. Now, the wagering strategies. I usually cover that before I look at who won the race, but obviously we know who won the race. Your wagering strategies are always the same. They're the same in all my videos. First off, you got the win bet. You must play to win, even if you're going to play other wagers, exotics. We must get the win bet down first. We don't want a nice price horse like this to win and somehow we don't cash a ticket. We've all been there. We don't need to go back to that. So, win bet down for the videos. I go $10 to win. Then the next thing I do, if I got money to play exotics, I wheel the exacta. So that would be a $2 exacta 9 all. Next, also, not only do I wheel exactas, I wheel daily doubles. Okay, so, and if you got rolling doubles, you obviously could look ahead to see that the 5th race was a 5-star preferred race. You would know, better get my double wheel going in that one. Going in and coming out, so you get 10 to win, exacta wheel, daily doubles. Trifecta as follows. Dollar trifecta 9 on top with the 5-3-7-1. In second, that's the rest of Group A and the top horse in Group B. All for third. 10-cent super all for fourth. Now, pick threes. This race is part of 3 pick threes because I got rolling pick threes. Of all those races, this horse was the key horse in the key race. It was the only value odds horse picked on top, not to mention in a 5-star race. Let me repeat that. Of all the races in the pick 3 sequences, this was the only top pick value odds horse, and also a top rated 5-star preferred race. So you have the top pick in the top race. This is superior to any other condition of all the other races. So what we do when I play the pick threes is I will single a horse like this. Okay, I will single the 9 in the pick 3. And the other 2 races in the pick 3, I simply play the Group A horses. That's it. Okay? And good news and bad news. That wasn't it. The bad news is we missed the trifecta and the super. The good news is we hit all 3 pick threes with my strategy, and they paid pretty good. Okay, here's our win bet, $173 return there. Exacta paid okay. Oh, by the way, let me not fail to mention the heavily bet favorite. Out of the money, out of everything. Okay. All right, 332.80. The Exacta, that was good. A couple of daily doubles, 369.20 and 113.20. And we hit all three pick threes using my strategy. 393.10, 1,268.50, and 974.60. Those are all dollar payoffs. Total return 3,624.40. So, while the majority of the racing world fell asleep on Monday and Tuesday, during winter racing, we were pocketing thousands. But Turf Paradise is the best track for Monday and Tuesday racing. If you want to know what tracks, where the money's at, just look here on the Discovery Video Series page. Fairgrounds, Turf Paradise, Aqueduct, Turfway Park, Fairgrounds, Santa Anita, Fairgrounds, Santa Anita, Fairgrounds, Gulfstream, Santa Anita, Fairgrounds, Tampa Bay, Aqueduct, Turfway Park. Okay, pretty much every track that most people are interested in is where the money has been, and always has been that way. The better racing, the better competitive racing, the better chance for overlays. So give me a full field every time. And actually, class level, give me the lowest class at whatever track, because that's where the most contentious races are. The most chaotic races, and the betting public in those types of races, the lower class levels you go, especially maiden claiming, and like this race in this video, a conditional claimer. Those are chaotic races, and also turf races are 4 stars. The betting public has a serious problem with getting it right, and the reports that we use actually do an excellent job on filtering up the true contenders and making them stand out. When the odds near post time are anything over 10-1, I'm interested. Okay? Alright, video 128. Thank you very much for viewing. Good luck with your bets.